Let's go on to the next stage. Oh, here we are. So first off, let's talk about Chun-Li. We love her. Kick Queen is great. Yep. Rikiya Busujima. Or Rikiya? I don't actually know how the fuck to say this. Yeah. He's here investigating. It's a top secret UDS operation. Yep. Some of its products got leaked out to the black market. And yeah, if she's here investigating their products, let's just call them what they are. They're bioweapons. We know they're fucking bioweapons. It's fucking Capcom, especially because we know what the fuck this ship is. Why do I hear the phrase Mayday?
Thing is, it doesn't even look like that cruise ship.
I know, it's, I think, just a general ship they used here, but yeah. The San Francisco...
For some reason, there's a San Francisco Police Department guy here.
And he's one of, like, 3 gag characters here, if we're gonna be honest. Yeah, Mr. Dynamite. He is a fun solo unit.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Dellinger. The cop who caused $14 billion in damage.
Gotta love the Dynamite cop.
Fucking hell. Chun-Li is already like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Bruno here is just one big joke when it comes to a certain series that people consider one movie to be a Christmas movie.
Yep. Also, Haseen Ko. Let's talk about Darkstalkers again.
Hey, Shisha. Is she?
No, she's, if I remember correctly, she's a zombie, isn't she? Technically? I forget what kind of yokai she counts as.
She's technically a young she. That's why she has to wear that talisman. So she doesn't
go insane.
Go into a blood rage.
Yeah, she's a Dark Hunter, which Dark Hunters are a term for the fighters of Darkstalkers. English is not her first language, so occasionally she does speak in broken English.
Yep.
Which is kind of interesting. Like, I'll be honest, Darkstalkers doesn't play with it nearly as much as, say, Tekken. Tekken does it phenomenally, but somehow everyone in that game understands each other despite all speaking different languages. Except for the Tigers, they only speak Tiger.
Yes, I love that so much.
And never forget that Heihachi could not have a normal animal, so he trained a fucking bear into his family's martial arts style.
And a kangaroo.
And a kangaroo. Because
and a velociraptor.
No, the velociraptor was cloned.
Yes, but still. The fact that it uses boxing gloves.
If I remember correctly, the velociraptor was created by the company by, not Heihachi, by, the son.
Right.
It was made to actually replace the kangaroo, and then it actually stole the kangaroo's wife. And no, nothing I said there was fake. That is an actual that's an actual arcade ending in Tekken. He stole
Tekken's weird.
The Velociraptor stole the kangaroo's wife because the kangaroo was having an affair. And yep, there's
really weird.
Yep, there's a caravan on this ship, and you know what he covered? He's covered wars, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. This is not the Zenobia. This is, I'm guessing, a ship from Dynamite Cop. I can tell because the treasure items aren't, I remember the treasure items of the Zenobia being, the weapon boxes from Revelations.
Yeah.
She's really scared of ghosts and everyone, wait, what?
Leave the girl alone.
It's a nice full moon out tonight. It's a succubus! Welcome, Morgan. So yeah, this one is where we're gonna get a lot of fun characters already. So let's talk about Morgan. Morgan Ansland.
Oh, wait for Halloween, you know.
Yep, she is the face of Darkstalkers. Oh, fuck no. And yeah, so of course she knows Chun-Li because they were both in Namco X Capcom. Because of course they fucking were.
Yeah,
And,
why wouldn't they be?
Yeah, and then Heisenko, as we mentioned, is a Darkstalkers character. So of course they know each other. Same game. Whenever you show up, nothing good ever comes. She is completely... Morgan showing up is usually the sign of a plot starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives in the Maki. She tends to stay on the surface. Yeah, so something serious is about to happen. So we got just some normal generic zombies. And speaking of Darkstalkers! Yeah!
Oh god, Lord Raptor.
I fucking love Lord Raptor at times.
Oh no. What awful luck for Hisenko.
Hiya. I love how all the Darkstalkers girls are just like, oh, fuck this guy again.
Oh, wonderful. You're here too. Yeah, this guy's fucked up.
Yo, he's fucked up. He's generally fucked up, but god, it does lead to some funny moments with the cast.
If I remember correctly, he, like, sacrificed a bunch of his, crowd.
I think that's how he became a demon, yeah.
When he became a demon, yeah.
But also, something I can make into a big story, because, you know, he's covered wars! Frank West.
Hello, Frank West.
Before he was ruined.
Okay, to be fair, Frank's always been a fucking asshole.
No, but yeah, no, I'd say the fourth one kind of drove it up the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
But yep, you covered Willamette. So, do we want to talk about the zombie hamburgers? Zomburgers. And of course, him and Bruno know each other. Like, hey, you covered this, and you were a story I covered. This just...
I mean, to be fair, they're both American.
They're both American, and it makes sense for Frank to know all these characters by reputation. A lot of these characters by reputation.
Yeah, because if he's living in this world, of course he'd know of these people. I don't know if the power-ups are from Dynamite Cop or if they're from,
I think they're from the...
House of the Dead.
Is that what Ryuku's from?
Yeah, Ricky is from, like, a version of House of the Dead, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Willamette, Colorado. But yeah, no, I think it might be... It's one of those two. It feels like it's one of those rail shooters. I just can't remember which. It was all supposed to be covered up, but that journalist got the story. You're good. Go get these guys. More zombies. Yeah.
Okay, no, the backgrounds are from Dynamite Cop. Okay, this is Dynamite Cop. That area that they met Hisenko in.
This Dynamite Cop.
Just straight from Dynamite Cop, and I think I saw the fountain and pool from Dynamite Cop on the deck of the ship, so yeah.
You defeat Lord Raptor. So, as you can see, our paired units are Frank West and Heisenko, and Chun-Li and Morgan.
Meanwhile, Bruno is Bruno.
Yep. So I'm actually, the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have Chun-Li move up the stairs so she can get the items. And I'm gonna have Frank and Haseen stay down here. It is interesting that they paired Frank with her. Just because it's the man who killed how many zombies paired with a Eastern zombie?
Okay, so Rikia is specifically from Zombie Revenge, which is a spin-off of House of the Dead.
Ah. I forgot, he just pulls out like a fucking grandfather clock that explodes. And yeah, this game also has the same rule as Super Robot Wars. When you play as a character, you'll get one of their themes. If it is a paired unit from 2 different games, it'd be one of the tracks from their respective games. Same with the solo units. It's kind of a roll of the die of which one you're getting.
Yeah, for example, this zombie, I'm pretty sure, is from
House of the Dead.
Zombie Revenge.
Yeah.
It looks goofy enough to be a House of the Dead zombie.
Look, nothing will beat House of the Dead 2's English voice acting. That game is fantastic with how bad it is.
Suffer like G did. Also, Rikia is not actually wearing his outfit from the game. He's wearing his first alt costume instead.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because his original costume is him just shirtless.
Ah. Also, we appreciate just Frank pulling out a bunch of random shit.
I'm gonna send you what Rikia looks like in his basic outfit. I want to draw your attention to those fucking pants. Those pants are a crime.
What the fuck?
Also, his
Oh,
second alt skin.
hey, BOW's we know. Let's talk about T-Abyss. Sorry,
His second alt skin is a biker outfit.
Of course it is, but yeah, with T-Abyss...
A very, very Fist of the North Star inspired biker outfit.
Of course it is. But yep, if it's T-Abyss, we gotta call in the experts.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the Boulder Puncher himself, Chris Redfield. The fact that that is like the thing they bring up during fucking Resident Evil 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that goddamn Boulder Puncher's like, oh, we're talking about that still. And of course, great to see her again, Jill Valentine.
It's always great to see Jill just, like, able to be herself.
And not being turned into a sandwich or mind controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this scene is why I thought this was... I remember this being the Queen Zenobia. I'm thinking Cross Zone 2.
Yeah. That zombie freak jumping around over there.
Not all zombies.
Senko...
Yeah, this is their first time meeting them.
Yeah.
But, because the BSAA is a government organization, Interpol agents would know about them. Yeah, you got caught up. Yeah, so the thing is they bring up, they were not on this ship. They were on a different ship when they got here.
Yeah,
they got caught up.
They were doing their own thing.
On the oh, yeah. You're aboard the Bermuda cruise ship. It was occupied by terrorists not long ago. They were on the Queen Zenobia. And of course, Frank West knows them.
Yeah.
I've covered you guys.
How wouldn't he know them?
Yep. And of course, Jill and Chris would know him because of the fact the BSAA would have interest in anyone who covered a fucking zombie outbreak in fucking Colorado.
Not to mention the surviving one.
Yeah. And Chun-Li would know them as Interpol agent.
Old veterans.
They
the BSAA.
Not just old veterans, founders.
Mm-hmm.
Established after Umbrella. It's, yep, the anti-bioterror unit. These outfits are their Resident Evil Revelations designs. And the fact that they are a paired unit is something I do like.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chris and Jill are They're the OGs. They've been around for a long time. Yep, this is just a theory. There he is! He's here to throw his son off a cliff again!
God damn it, Heihachi.
Also, yeah, so, fun fact.
This is also young Heihachi for some fucking reason.
They have an explanation in this game. It's fucking hysterical.
I know.
Yeah, and a lot of the newcomers don't know who he is.
All things considered, Heihachi could classify as a bioorganic weapon.
Definitely. I mean, he's physically strong enough for it. Yeah, he sees some familiar faces here. Of course, Heihachi and Mishima would know know people like Morgan as they met in the last game. And yeah, no, Chun-Li brings up the fact he's got black hair. He looks too young. He's got the ego for it. Yeah, it's like, you do know, like, you are a wanted criminal by multiple intelligence agencies. Many of them are here.
Yep.
And yeah, no, they don't have any intel about him changing his appearance. And yeah, it's a new experimental drug, which is a funny explanation. Bad Morgan, bad.
Some kind of metabolism boosting drug.
Hey, I do like how Chris is just like, you know what, I've seen so much shit at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Because, keep in mind, this is Resident Evil Revelations, Chris. Guess who he hasn't killed yet?
He hasn't killed Wesker yet.
And it could be a parasite. And yeah, as you mentioned, he knows Chun-Li, he knows Morgan. So in this, in both games, Heihachi is a solo unit. And yeah, of course, stuff like this would definitely pique his interest, especially with his grandson and son having fucking devil genes.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird that Heihachi is the only technically normal human among them. Also, I like the name of this chapter. Prologue 5, Dead Re-Rising. And we got some more zombies. Those are from House of the Dead. Oh yeah, and also, this is the multi-attack system we were talking about. Chris and Jill actually come with the multi-attack already loaded in.
Yep.
A multi-attack gets weaker the more people you hit, but it is great for clearing out groups of enemies. Also, Jill with the fucking the multi-launcher. It feels poetic after she had it used on her.
Oh, no, it's not just that. It's a callback to OG Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The multi-launcher has always been a mainstay.
And so we got two types of zombies. Well, we've got multiple types of zombies on the board, but the T-Abyss was the virus of Resident Evil Revelations. Let's see, what's their skill? Experience,
the
havoc
Ebitons
speed.
are from House of the Dead.
Okay, so I'm going to have
The Ebitons are just like a mainstay of the
House of the Dead
series.
They're so goofy looking.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So there's another pickup down here. Some of the conversations at the beginning will just be some of the characters saying generic stuff, and then other times you'll get paired conversations. Some characters do work better together than others for the solo and paired units, so be careful with your teams. Now, if you have a character who's, like, really known for shooting enemies in the air, don't pair them with the martial arts characters. Apple gel, which is going to be necessary for later.
An apple gel. That doesn't sound like
any other stuff.
That doesn't sound like something you'd find here.
We'll talk about it. We haven't gotten to the fucking... You know what? They appear in the opening cutscene. Yes, we do have Tails characters in this game. We'll talk more about which Tails characters when we meet them. Sadly, it is not Symphonia for people who really like that one. Which I don't mind just because of the fact I do think Symphonia kind of gets a lot of talk with, what's it called? With Tails?
Symphonia is a mainstay for, like, just... If I remember correctly, I think it's one of the first...
In the West?
Games that, like, really got a big Western audience.
The way
it has a really damn good story.
Yeah, that's the way I've always heard. I've heard Symphonia is the best story, Mysteria is the best combat.
But it has a really bad story. It's not great.
I've heard the new one is really good until you play its DLC, like its additional scenario. Then it goes to shit.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I've heard its post-scenario DLC is just not good. Like, it just doesn't do anything with its characters.
Yeah, that sounds like a Tales game.
Symphonia has a post-story, but at the very least it uses new characters for most of it, and it covers
Don't get me started on Dawn of the New World.
Do not get me started on Dawn of the New World. It's not good. It's not. It has some interesting mechanics, but it is not a good story. People do not like it for many reasons, like character assassination of the original cast. Because yes, they do appear in that.
I know that they appear, a lot of them it's a post-game.
No. Oh, yes, but also...
Yeah, the most I know about that game is just like a video, like a fucking 8-hour lore breakdown video I listened to.
Sounds about right.
Also, I gotta be honest, I have an appreciation for the Street Fighter V theme.
Oh yeah.
I think it's mostly because of this fucking game. Okay, Chun-Li's going for that last pickup. Well, so is Redfield. Whenever you see a special pickup, like, using, as I mentioned earlier, the Queen Zenobia with the weapon boxes, if I remember correctly, the Queen Zenobia treasure is the, like, it's suitcases, and it is, what was it? Oh yeah, it's the weapon crates. The weapon crates will always have the better items. Because they count as a big treasure chest, essentially. I think the only thing I have to actually do is take out Lord Raptor. But it's still, much like an SR, it's a good idea to take out everyone you can for experience. And items. Because a lot of these enemies are guaranteed drop items. Like this one just dropped a green herb. I do like the fact that, like, all of the items are, like, a weird combination of, like, all the different games. So, yeah. Sorry, I was being asked about food. Yeah, the apple gel, as we mentioned, is from Tails. There is the green herbs from Resident Evil. They actually all serve different roles in terms of healing. Or special point regeneration and extra point regeneration. Not to mention, there is a shop. We just haven't got it yet. Also, I love the fact that one of Chris's attacks is just a haymaker. So, because I haven't really talked about the characters, it's the roles they serve. So, Chris and Jill, well, with their guns, actually have extra range, but they are not that good currently at barrier breaking. They have they have an attack later that's really good at barrier breaking. But we won't be getting that till... Ooh, I actually forget when they get the barrier breaker. I'd like to say it's their up A. Actually, I might be wrong. I don't think... Barrier Breaker might not be a thing in this game. Because I could have sworn Heihachi was one.
Maybe it's skills that you activate?
I forget. Actually, I could also be wrong and like misremembering Crossover 1 and 2, where 2 has the really stupid barriers.
Yeah.
Also, yes! The fucking long as shit Magnum!
Ah, yes, the Reaper.
I love that gun.
It makes absolutely no sense for how Chris can have it, but it doesn't matter.
Wasn't it a gun in Revelations multiplayer?
Yeah, but you can't get that
in the main story.
That's what I'm getting at.
Who cares? It's at least in his inventory.
No, exactly. It doesn't matter. It's fun.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh.
That's gonna happen a lot. If I remember correctly, every single character in this game does have... Oh, shit, he's got a multi. I forgot about that. But yeah, so every single character in this game does have a boss tied to them. For example, of course, as we mentioned, Jeddah is sort of the target for Dimitri. Lord Raptor has the whole thing with Hezenko.
He won't leave this girl alone.
Every fighting game has one character like this. Like, there's the sumo wrestler from Tekken. He helped her daughter. Not for the best motives, but goddamn was it a funny shoot-down sequence.
There's also Birdie.
Right, I forgot about Birdie. Street Fighter? Actually, is there one in Street Fighter?
Birdie.
Oh, it is Birdie in Street Fighter. No, I'm thinking... I don't know why I was thinking he was from Tekken for a second.
There's also Dan. Let's not forget Dan.
Dan is a fucking treasure!
Yes, he is. But man,
He fucks himself over so hard.
And a lot of his students, because of the fact that they all know his bullshit martial art. Yeah. How did you get here? It's a long story. What the fuck did you do? The fountain has an evil... So, everyone should just stay away from fountains in this game, because all these fountains are just bad news. I also do like the explanation, like, they actually do explain where all the civilians went. It's... In all the affected areas, the civilians have been whisked away by something like this. So what I'm hearing is the fountains are eating people. Okay. Yeah, so now I believe I'd like to say that's the last prologue. I thought prologue 4 was the last. I forgot about Dead Re-Rising. So I could be wrong.